Hello, thank you for clicking on this video. I appreciate your views. This is my project pan for 2020, and this is the first time I have attempted a project pan. I will leave in the description box below a video that explains everything there is to know about doing a project pan. Essentially, you're just trying to use up the makeup products that you have, and essentially just hit pan on your panned items and then just use up all of the items you have in your project. And I'm not including skincare for this. I know a lot of people include lotion and body wash and stuff like that. However, I'm not including skincare. I will include perfume, which I will add in at the end of the video because I forgot to bring that out today. So I'm just gonna go individually go through each product, show you where I'm at already with my progress. Some of these I can measure, and there is a chance I will invest in a kitchen scale and I will weigh the products. And if I do end up doing that, I'm just going to write down in my notebook what each product weighs as soon as I get that scale, and I'll write it down so I'll be able to more precisely measure my usage out of these products. So I'm just going to individually show you each product and where my progress is with it already. This is the palette that kind of sparked my interest in project panning. Like I said, I will link the video that explains project panning from Kat from Beauty News. She did a fantastic informative video, but this I've already got decent usage out of, but I kind of stopped using it after I got the Jawbreaker palette, so I want to include this guy into my project pan. As you can see, I've already made quite a dent in it. I probably won't use any of the matte shades, but if I can hit pan in at least one of these shimmer shades, I would call that successful. But this is the main thing I am interested in using up, since it was quite the investment at about $28, I think, and the pans are small, and I think it is achievable to pan this palette. The next palette I've added into my project pan is this Tarte Remix palette, and the reason I've added it is because I absolutely love this palette, but I don't ever use it. It's like the perfect palette for me. Everything is shimmers, which I love in a palette. I don't use matte shades, so this whole thing is nothing but shimmers, and we have multiple looks that I can make with this. I will actually do a like 3-look video with this palette because you can do a lot of different looks with it, and I really want to get more use out of it. This is pretty much the only bronzer that I have, so I did include it in here. I don't really wear a lot of bronzer, so I have started making a little bit of a dent in the design in it, so this has been used. It's the only bronzer that I have, so it shouldn't be too hard to hit pan on it. I don't know how deep this pan is though, so we'll see how long it takes. I decided to use the Seraphine Botanicals highlighter instead of my Pop Luxe highlighter because I really just don't like the Pop Luxe highlighter as much, and the pan of that highlighter is huge and I will definitely not hit pan on it. But since this one is smaller, I feel like it's it'll be easier to hit pan on it. It has been used, so I've already made a little bit of a dent in it, so it shouldn't be too hard to hit pan on that. I really don't wear blush very often at all, but since this is my only blush other than my sample blushes, I figured this one would be fun to include in my project pan since it does have a design on it, and it'll be easy to tell how much usage I get out of it. If I don't decide to weigh it, I'm just gonna go by visual on some of these, like how worn down the design is. So this is the only blush that I really use other than samples, so of course I had to include that one. I tried really hard to get a product line on this. I tried shining a flashlight through it and I can't find the product line, So as soon as I'm able to, I will leave a mark on it where the product line is. I really don't use foundation very often at all. I don't like the way it looks on me, but this was kind of an expensive foundation for me, and it's more of a summer color than a winter color, so I'll probably get more use out of this in the later months, but it's in my project pan because I want to use it all up. It's the only foundation that I use, so this will have to do. I've included my Tarte Shape Tape in my project this year because it's the only concealer I really use. I do have a Maybelline one, but it's darker and it makes me look yellow, which I'm sure you've seen in my previous videos. The under eyes looked very yellow and dark. That was my Maybelline concealer, so I wasn't able to find a line to mark in this product either, so I'm just kind of gonna use it up until I can't use it anymore. The Jeffree Star lip gloss, I was able to find the product line and I marked it with some nail polish so that I could see my progress as it gets lower. I don't wear it very often anymore, but I go through phases and sometimes I wear it like every day for a week straight. So this one, I feel like I can use it quickly. It'll probably take me longer than the year to use it all, but I am probably most excited to see my progress on my lip products more than anything else. This is Sea Glass by Tarte in the shade Life's a Beach, and I absolutely love this. I'm actually going to swatch this for you. I included this in my project pan because it's absolutely gorgeous and I just want to use it more often. It's beautiful and I've only used it maybe 2 or 3 times. It is a liquid eyeshadow and I'm obsessed with it, so I want to use it more often. I have a lot of lip products for some reason. I just really want to use up some of my favorites, and this is a Posh Swipe and it is one of my favorites. Now I am measuring these products on a piece of paper, so I am putting the product at the very bottom edge. I am measuring the top of the container, and then I'm twisting up the product to measure the amount of product in the container. So as time goes on and I keep measuring, this will get smaller and smaller, and that'll be the way I track my progress with the twist up containers like the eyeliners and these lippy colors. I threw in this Jeffree Star lip color just because this is the one I use the most often, and since I use it the most often, I'll go ahead and throw it in my project pan for the year. I might not keep it in it. I will check in every 3 months and show progress of everything. That's kind of how this works, but I might decide to throw this one out just because there's so many lip products already in it. This is the shade Scandal, and it's the most wearable Jeffree Star lipstick that I have, so I will be trying to use it up as frequently as I can for the next few months, and then we'll see at my first check-in how I feel about it being in the project. This is a brand new mascara that I have not used yet. This is just a sample of it, and I didn't realize how tiny this was, but I will have to replace this probably for my first check-in in 3 months. I don't know if I like it yet, but my current mascaras have dried out and I'm ready to throw them away, so I'm going to start the new year with a new mascara. And if I don't like it, I'll just immediately throw it out and buy a new one, because this is the last sample of mascara that I have. I prefer using samples because I don't use it very often and they dry out really fast. Buying samples is expensive, so I just use the free ones. I think I will try Lash Paradise next. If I use this up, or if I don't like it, I'll be buying Lash Paradise to give that one a try to see if I like it. I have 2 eyeliners in my project, my current one, which is Wet n Wild, and then I have one on standby for when I use the rest of my Wet n Wild. I did measure it, and there's a lot more product in here than I thought, so I might not even get to open my LA Girl eyeliner. Here is the amount of product I have to use in it, so it'll take me quite a while to use it. I don't wear a lot of makeup. I really only wear makeup to shoot videos. I don't like wear it every day, so a lot of this progress is going to be really slow going, but eyeliner is the one thing I wear the most often, so I'm hoping we'll be able to see some progress and we'll get to see these lines shrink up a bit as we go along. This is a Bite Beauty lip crayon, and I never used this, so I threw it in my project pan. I don't really like the color of it. It's really dark, but it's too dark of a color for me. I will probably use it more as an eyeliner than a lip crayon, but the amount of product in here is a lot, so I probably won't make a lot of progress on this. I might even throw this out of the project altogether if I find myself not using it any more than I've already been not using it. So that's my Bite Beauty lip crayon. Y'all know that metallic dark lipsticks look terrible on me, so hopefully I'll get some use out of it. This sucker was expensive. This was like 20 some bucks for a lip crayon. That's totally out of my price range, but it's kind of one of those impulse buys. This is my absolute favorite lip balm, and I am determined to use all of it without losing it, which is really hard to do. Most people will misplace their lip balms before getting a decent use out of it, but I absolutely love this. I got it in Kentucky at the Noah's Ark Museum Ark Encounter. It was in the gift shop, and it's vanilla flavored and scented, and it's just my absolute favorite lip balm. And here is the amount of product I have in it from measuring it like this, and that's how much product is in it. So I don't have too much more to go. I say I'm about halfway through it already. I'm excited to actually see progress on this guy. I have 2 lip scrubs I am wanting to use up. These are massive, and I don't know of anybody that is going to use all of them. And since I have 2, I'm definitely not going to be using all of them, but my watermelon one has more progress on it than my peach one. As you can see, I've made quite the dent in this one already. My peach one, however, I've barely used it, and I have not made quite as much progress. I absolutely love these lip scrubs, and I use them frequently, so it shouldn't be too hard to be able to see physical changes in the usage. I have 2 perfumes that I am including in my project pan, and this is the first one. It is called Flirt from Pure Romance, and it is almost already gone. I've already measured it, and this is the level of product I have. I do have a second bottle of this, so when this one runs out, I do have a replacement for it already. I would love to get more use out of my Britney Spears Curious perfume as well. I've had this for 2 years, possibly 3 years now, and have not really gotten a whole lot of use out of it. As you can see, I can't get a good measurement on this because whatever surface I put it on, it's not really level, and I don't think the bottle itself is actually level, so I'm not able to really get a good measurement on it, but you can visually see how little product I've used out of this. So if I could get it to the edge here, that would be great. I'm probably not gonna get this totally empty, but if I could get this to the edge of the bottle, that would be ideal. So there you have it, my project pan for the year 2020. I will be doing check-ins every 3 months, showing you my progress. And the goal is to just use up as much of the products as possible within the year, and I encourage any other makeup person to join it. You can use the hashtag TeamProjectPan2020 in your videos or on your social medias to keep the community together, and you can see how other people are choosing to track their progress. And I'll see you guys in a few months with my update. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, If you haven't subscribed already, please do. I know that at least 80% of my views are from non-subscribed viewers. That's crazy. So if you like what you see, I have a wide variety of videos on this channel. I'm not solely a makeup channel. I do all sorts of other things like art, and I go on adventures and I film it, and maybe in the future I'll start vlogging. If you like vlogging, you can check it out. But I do have all of my videos playlisted, so if you're only interested in makeup, you can look at my makeup playlist. Let me know what you think of Project Pan. Do you think it's a dumb idea? Do you think it's a good idea to get usage out of your stash? Let me know if it's something you would like to try sometime. Now is the perfect time to start since it's the beginning of the year, beginning of the decade. I won't be buying as much makeup this year, so I gotta get use out of what I already have. So thank you for watching. See you guys later. Bye.